Back in 2019, I was hired to produce a documentary about playa lakes. What is a playa lake, you ask?
This would be a playa lake, and we just try to keep it undisturbed.
As I learned, playas aren't really lakes, they're wetlands.
It is an inland, depressional recharge wetland that frequently only gets wet during rainfall events or other sort of flooding events, and then slowly dries out over time.
Playas are found from the Texas Panhandle up into southern Nebraska. The vast majority sit on top of the Ogallala Aquifer, so that is the area I had to cover.
All right, here we go.
This production consisted of 10 location shoots, covering 10,877 miles over a period of 10 months.
Getting on I-35, which will take us all the way up to Kansas. Now in Oklahoma. Just crossed the Nebraska state line, so I can say we're not in Kansas anymore. Toto. Sorry.
I spent a lot of time on the road and saw a good deal of rural America.
So I am going to go down to, I think it's McConnell? Big bump. And then we got the bottle shop, coldest beer in Flat Rock. And that's saying something. Ooh, turkey, 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 turkey. Get out of the way, turkey. Up. One of the real challenges on this trip has been food. This is day 8, and eating in restaurants and fast food places kind of boxes you in, especially, you know, in some of these more remote or smaller towns. But I was going through Grenada, and there's a little torta and taco stand, and this torta is probably the best thing I've had so far. I got them to do half barbacoa and half carne asada.
In the process, I interviewed 17 different people.
All right, so the Great Plains of North America extend really from when you're down in the rainwater basin, they're more oblong into.
I shot a lot of sunrises and a lot of sunsets. One element I encountered on this production was inescapable: the wind.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, God.
Whenever I shot an interview, the subject had to have their back to the wind, so their body would serve as a block. They were mic'd with a wireless lavalier nestled on their chests and protected by their coat. This is what the audio sounds like from the camera mic.
From direct rainfall and from snowmelt. And
this is what the lavalier sounds like.
Hotspots of biodiversity out on this landscape. So the wetlands attract an amazing abundance of wildlife.
One of my favorite aspects of this production was using a drone. For a subject like playa lakes, an aerial perspective is critical to really show how these wetlands are situated on the landscape. Another important piece of equipment was a GoPro camera. It's small and waterproof and allows you to get really unique angles. I rigged a camera mount for it on the end of a mop handle. This allowed me to easily place the camera down in various locations, like in the water of a playa, along the banks, move through grasslands, or get the camera very close to a rattlesnake. It also has a great time-lapse feature that I could trigger and then go shoot other footage at the same location with my main camera or fly my drone, while the GoPro continued to record the time-lapse. One critical aspect of this production was getting access to property with playas. I was very fortunate to meet a landowner named David Bateman, who let me shoot video on his playas whenever I needed to. Without his generosity, this production could not have been completed. The show was picked up by NETA, which distributes programming to PBS stations nationwide. It's already aired on several stations in Texas, but could show up anywhere over the next couple of years. So keep an eye out for Playas, the land of little lakes.